So if you're the type of person that doesn't really care about the live part of the game hunting and you just want to see the finds, go to this box right here and it'll take you to the end that says all of my pickups, how much I paid, and their value. Go here.
Hey guys, Retro Rewinder here. I'm in the car, but I'm not doing a drive time actually. I'm gonna try out a new video. Why do I keep saying this video is going to be a day in the life of game hunting. This is going to be a video where I literally film every place I go to see if I actually find anything, because all of us people that make pickup videos on YouTube, we typically do not show misses. I mean, we go out all the time and sometimes you don't find anything. So this will be to see if I actually find something or if I go to a ton of places and don't find squat. So enjoy.
Hey, rewind that.
Retro Rewinder, retro game finder with driving game pickups like a Metro bus liner, with tips and trades and all kind of things, and a beard straight out of the Lord of the Rings. With morals and collecting, he's a guy you can trust. What's the moral of this intro?
He's got a camera in his nuts.
Because I love video games, that's why.
But if you do like it, stay around and watch the rest of this video.
Oh, also, I'd like to apologize in advance because there's a lot of rattling going around in the car, the way I position the camera, so my apologies. Stop number 1, Goodwill. Wonderful Goodwill. This is the same Goodwill where I found the 3DO games, and actually a lot of different cool stuff. So here we are. First stop, a bus. Location number 2, we'll see if we can actually find something at this one since we didn't at the last one. And as you can see, this is another Goodwill. But actually at this time, at least I saw something video game related. All the Goodwills have crap games most of the time, but as you could see by the footage, I saw a DS Lite in there. The hinges were busted like a lot of them are, and I would have bought it, but at 10 bucks, if I don't know it works 100%, I'm not going to buy it because it's not worth it to buy a broken DS. But the hinges aren't normally a problem. You can still sell working DS Lites as long as they work with the hinges still broken and no one really cares. So yeah, so I would have bought it for 10 bucks, but without a charger and not being able to test it to see if it works, $10 is not worth it for a broken one. Stop on our little journey here is one that I'm pretty excited about. I don't normally come to this place because it's actually only on the open on the weekends, and I don't game hunt a whole lot on the weekend. But this is our West Washington flea market. So yeah, I'm hoping to find some good deals here. So I just came out of the flea market. Actually found a couple things. The first was a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. She had it marked at $5, and she wasn't actually at her booth. I was just kind of rummaging around through her booth, and she finally came up and said, "Can I help you with anything?" And I said, "I'd like to buy this." And she said, "Okay." And then I said, "How much do you have on the laser tag guns?" This is there's 2 of them, and they got this hole right here that shoots a dart, but the dart's kind of broken. But they had 2 of them, matching set. They only had 1 dart, but she said she would take $5 for the guns. And I said, for the set? She said yes. And then, so I said, okay, well, I'd like to get the guns in the game. And she said, okay, I'll take $3 for the game. I didn't offer anything less. She just randomly dropped it $2. So I got the set of guns and the Grand Theft Auto 5 for $8. Moving on. And now time for another Goodwill. Hopefully this Goodwill will be a little better than the last couple. Wow, 2 stops in a row found something pretty cool. At this Goodwill, I about had a heart attack because I didn't see anything on the shelves that I had any interest in. So when I walked to the back of the store, they have these metal carts that they push out with new stuff on them. And these 2 guys were walking in front of me to the back, and I saw some original Xbox games. Nothing special. They had like a GoldenEye game, they had Heroes of the Pacific, something else. Nothing was worth me getting. But then the guy lifted up the GoldenEye game because there was a game under it, and I just figured it was another Xbox game. And underneath sat Super Smash Bros. Melee for $3. And he put the Xbox game back on top of it, and my heart attack went away because I could have swore he was going to get it. Because if he was looking through video games, I thought he might have known what video games were worth or something. But thankfully he was ignorant, and I came out victorious. Chance to film, but I'm getting ready to go into a first cash pawn. I forget which one it's called. But there's a lot of traffic out here, so I was turning in, so I didn't have a chance to film it. So I'll be right back. Coming into the easy pawn. Let's see if I have any better luck at this pawn shop than I did the last one. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. At that pawn shop, they had a bucket full of discounted Xbox games that I asked about. The lady told me they were $0.25 a piece. So I siphoned through every single game, checked to make sure if they were scratched or not. Took me probably 5 to 10 minutes to do it. I found 12 games, so it was going to be $3. I took them up to the counter, and the guy kind of looked at me, and I said, these are $0.25 a piece, right? And he said, yeah, and then he said something about ringing them up. And then this other lady was like, those are $1 a piece. It's like, well, I was told they were $0.25. And she said, I'm pretty sure they're $1. So then the lady that told me $0.25 argued with the other lady about how she's been told 3 different times they were $0.25 a piece. And the lady that said they were $1 said, no, they are definitely $1. So they asked a different guy, and he said, yeah, we sell them for $1. And I said, well, at $1, I don't want any of them. There wasn't anything fantastic in there, but at $0.25 a piece, I wasn't going to leave them. And it was, Splinter Cell. What else did they have? Blinks. They had like 4 different Splinter Cell games. Some racing games, Project Gotham Racing, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's not the first time that I've been told a price and then told it was not the right price. So that really sucks. It's really annoying because I spent, the 5 to 10 minutes looking through the whole goddamn bin to be told that afterwards. So yeah, moving on to the next location. What I'm getting ready to get to is one that I have never, actually I have bought one thing there, but they are just really stubborn. They have had a Nintendo 3DS sitting there for probably 2 years now, and I think they have it priced at $120, and they have not gone off that. I mean, every once in a while he'll tell me 100, but it's literally been there for 2 years, and he's never came off of it. So I doubt I probably won't find anything in here, but who knows. Lower it a tad. It was at $90 this time, but I'm still not going to pay $90 for it. So maybe if they drop it to like 60. But yeah, all their games there, regardless of what they are, PS3, PS2, Xbox 360, they're all $10 a piece, and they don't have any new like PS4. They didn't have any PS4 games or Xbox One games, let alone new ones. So yeah, pretty high price. But now I'm getting ready to go into an easy pawn, which is literally 2 doors down from this other pawn shop. So let's see if we find anything. Nothing at that location either. I thought that I found something pretty good. Not good as it's good to play, but it's good to flip. I found a game called My Horse and Me on the Wii. But it turns out that the one that is valuable is called My Horse and Me Riding for Gold, I believe. So the other one's only like a $10 game, and they charge like $8 for their game, so not worth it. But yeah, I've got a couple more pawn shops to hit up, so let's keep moving. So that pawn shop was another good score. I got 2 Vita games, and they charged $2 a piece for Vita games for some reason. So I got Killzone Mercenary and Batman Arkham Origins Black Gate. So those were pretty cool to get for $2 a piece. We're gonna keep going. We're going to the Indiana Discount Mall, which is basically a Mexican flea market. There's 2 Mexican flea markets right through here. And I actually went to a couple other pawn shops that I did not film. And I'm not really sure why I didn't. I just kind of forgot about it, listening to the radio and in my own little world. So I'll probably just hit 2 more places, this one and the other Mexican flea market, maybe Goodwill, because there's a Goodwill right by it, but I just went to that one not too long ago. And then I'll probably head home. Okay. It is freaking ridiculous here right now. There's like no parking spots. I keep driving around the parking lot trying to find somewhere. Ton of people here. So annoying. And they have a pretty decently sized parking lot too, so I don't know why it's so hard to find a spot. There, somebody's leaving. See ya. So I just left the Indiana Discount Mall. I did find a couple things. There wasn't a whole lot of booths didn't have video games. There's only like 2 or 3 that actually had anything video game related. And the one guy that I bought these from, which is 2 Wavebird adapters, he had the biggest selection, but he knew what he had. Most of it was crap that he had. He had like Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, but he wanted like $28 for it. He had a Dot Hack game for the PS2. He wanted $25 for that. And when I asked him about the Wavebird adapters, he said they were $7 a piece, which is a pretty good deal. I asked if he would take 2 for $10, and then he changed his mind and said he wasn't going to sell me either of them because they went to the controller. And he showed me the controller they went to, and it was not a Wavebird, it was a generic GameStop controller. So I had to tell him that, you know, those don't go with that controller. So I actually pulled up a picture on my phone and showed him the controller and the adapter together. And so then he said he would let him go for 2 for $10. So I got these 2 adapters, 2 for $10, which is a pretty good deal. The Venue Megamall, your home flea market. This is another Mexican flea market. So I know there's one guy in here for sure that has a bunch of video game stuff, and he normally has like set prices, so everything is like $7 or $8. So hopefully I find something good.
Está bueno, la chiva.
Market was a huge bust. There wasn't hardly any booths there. I mean, there were some, but yeah, it kind of sucked. This place used to be actually really good, and the guy that had the video games that I said is normally there, he wasn't there. So I'm thinking that everybody has moved from this one and maybe went to the other one that I just went to, which kind of sucks because the other one is only open on the weekends. This one's actually open like 3 or 4 days a week. So I mean, that's kind of a bummer, but oh well. Okay, another stop actually. Now we're gonna hit up the Plaza Mall, which is another flea market. Well, I found something in that one as well. Man, it was kind of rough in there. A lot of shady dealings looked like it was going on. I don't know, kind of creepy. There's actually what seemed to be a fight club in the very back of that flea market. There were like maybe 5 or 6 people standing around, and 2 of the guys were fighting each other, literally like throwing punches to each other's face and kicking. So that was kind of weird. But the game I got, Dawn of Mana. Yeah. So as I was sitting in the parking lot to film this, there were this like couple that was getting ready to do something. I don't know exactly what they were planning on doing, but I got a little uncomfortable, so I left. And yeah, $5, Dawn of Mana, pretty good deal. She also had Kingdom Hearts, but it was no manual. Case and game only, and the game was kind of scratched. I was gonna bundle them together for see if she'd take 7 or 8 for the pair, but that didn't end up happening because it was a little scratched. So I went ahead and paid her the $5 that she was asking for Dawn of Mana. Oh, okay. I'm about all game hunted out, so if I stop somewhere else, I'll let you guys know.